Hi there guys, welcome back to the Farrington channel, and in today's video I'm going to be going over my 7-day mining results for Nexa. Okay, so before we go ahead and jump in and take a look over at my R-Plants dashboard, let's take a little look at the Nexa's price over the past 7 days. So as you can see, when I started mining, the price was ever so slightly just a little bit more higher than what it is at the moment right now. But taking that in consideration, the price itself has pretty much been pretty stable around about the same price if you was to consider it in the the pence value, as hasn't really increased that much within the 3 pence ish. But what you can notice is that the 24-hour trading volume on the exchanges has ever so slightly been increasing, so that's definitely something worth taking into note and taking into consideration as well. Now if we take a little look over at my R-Plant dashboard for my Nexa mining, you can see in red at the top there it says the first payment will be made 7 days after the start of mining. The developers of the coin require 5,000 confirmation of the blocks. So in a nutshell, what that means is 5 days after you've mined those blocks, you then would receive the coins. Now I also take it into consideration as well that once you've actually received that 7-day mining, that all of your blocks as well after that point I think are mineable, and they go straight to your wallet instead of having to wait for those 5,000 confirmations. But if I'm wrong on that, please do make sure to let me know and correct me in the comments. So what I did is I've mined this on 3 different GPUs. So I've mined this on a 3090, which I showed you guys on the how to mine. I've also set this to mine on a 2070, and I've also set this to mine on an RX 580 just to test them out and just to test out the hash rates and things along those lines. So as you can see here, if we take ourselves over to my main dashboard on the stats, you can see that my hash rate there is about 90 at the moment, and give or take it kind of fluctuates between around about 60 to around about 90 depending on the day and the time of the day, depending on what potentially I'll be doing or using the rigs for. And I haven't had my 3090 fully solely mining on Nexa just purely because the new game High Life came out and it's been really enjoyable to play. So unfortunately the Nexa mine had to go on pause just for a period of time while I was able to play that in 4K. But that aside, I have been able to accumulate nearly 3.3 million Nexa at the moment, which is a reasonable amount. So let's go ahead and check and see how much that I've actually earned in fiat value in USD, and see whether it was even worth my time financially to give it a shot. So if we take ourselves over to livecoinwatch.com and we take ourselves over here and we just paste it in the exact amount I made, and you can see there within the 7-day period of time I've made around about $5, and that's not too bad to be fair with you. I haven't had the my main GPU 3090 on there excessively heavy. It's had a 3090 on there, a 2070 and a 580, but the 2070 and the 580 have been on there quite consistent, so in all fairness I do find that pretty reasonable. But in no means is that the most profitable coin to mine at the moment. There is other coins that are worth checking out. As if we just take a quick look over at what to mine for a 3090, you can see that I could have potentially been earning ever so slightly a little bit more if I was doing a little bit of Grin maybe, potentially a bit of Conflux or a little bit of Cortex or Flux. But as I say, some of these coins as well that you do see appear on my channel sometimes aren't on the list on what to mine. But as I say, I'm willing always to give them a shot, test them out, and see how much you can potentially earn from them. And also as well, I did think it was worth mentioning that you guys do need to make sure that you go ahead and set your correct settings on your GPUs, because with this currency, with this algorithm, it does make your GPUs run extremely hot. So there is a hash rate table that they have provided in the community that everyone's going ahead and building up at the moment. I've gone ahead and thrown a couple of my hash rates that I've tested out and just got myself to my own certain points. So for my 2070, I've got it at 19.1 mega hash, with the core overclock at 80 and then the memory overclock at 500 megahertz. So these are things as well that you guys can go ahead and either throw your own stats in there as well if you guys have got your own settings that you guys are using at the moment, and then as well for my 3090 as well. So my conclusion to the video on mining Nexa for the past 7 days is I'm going to carry on mining it. I'm going to carry on testing out for the next few days and maybe the next few weeks just to see how it goes. I'm going to carry on collecting up a little bit. I may dedicate one of these cards or something like that just to solely mine on it, just to see how that goes. I'm not going to be setting up anything such as my full rigs on there at the moment. Just as I mentioned before, the electric rate in the UK right now is, you know, excessively high, and it has only just as well increased just before Christmas as well. So you know, when it comes to mine at the moment, you have to be very, very careful on what coin I choose, because I want to make sure that I'm testing and trying to find the most profitable one, you know, when it comes to, you know, trying to reap back any type of reward. Okay guys, go ahead and let me know in the comment section below. Are you guys mining Nexa? Have you been mining Nexa for the past 7 days? And let me know what type of hash rate you guys are putting on there at the moment, and maybe how much you guys have been, you know, mining, how many coins are you guys receiving, you know, daily. Okay, thank you very much for watching the video guys. If you're new here, then make sure to drop us a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.